Yeah, we're okay. But our apartment flooded. I'm not even exaggerating. There was water coming from everywhere. The bathroom, hallway, even the kitchen light. So, it's just been a while, honestly. Today is what? Tuesday? My apartment flooded Friday morning. It's like 2 in the morning or something like that. It was just so crazy, bro. I'm still like aggravated by the situation. So basically what happened was our neighbor above us, her water heater burst. And so her water heater, water and everything else came to our apartment. It was like coming through vents, which I'm going to insert into this video. It was coming through the damn light fixtures. It was coming through the water heater. So basically when it first happened, it was like 2 in the morning. Like I said, we were laying in bed, me and my wife, and we just heard this whoosh of water come out of the water closet. I'm like, what the fuck? What is that? What is that? We're both like, what the hell? So we could hear too our neighbor running through her apartment upstairs. So it's whooshing through the water heater. Then after that happened in the hallway, it starts coming down through, what's that shit called? The sprinkler. Came through a sprinkler. Yeah. So it came through a sprinkler. In the kitchen and in this hallway, but in the hallway first. So it's coming down through the light, it's coming down through the sprinkler. That's supposed to go off if it's a fire or whatever the case is. It's coming down, it's coming down, it's coming down. Mind you, our bedroom is to the left. And so the water that's like splashing down is like literally getting all over the carpet. And you know that ain't good for mold or whatever else. And it was just, this shit was just so crazy. So, first of all, we didn't even know what to do really because neither one of us have really ever experienced, well not never, really, never experienced our apartment flooding or our house flooding or anywhere we lay our head at, it's fucking flooding, right? So, so it just was just hard to hurt and snap like, okay, what are we supposed to do? So, after a little while, not a super long time, we just sitting like trying to figure out. I started calling maintenance immediately when the water started coming down. So after I called maintenance or whatever, the neighbor had came downstairs and was asking like, was our apartment affected? Yeah, it was. Yeah. A ton of water. Like, water was also coming down from the kitchen sprinkler. Our bathroom had like, damn near like a little, no, I won't say it like that, but the water was high in the bathroom. If anything, I feel like that was the highest place that was in the bathroom. But we had luckily 5 buckets that we had to keep using and dumping into the sink to try to keep the water from spreading, because the water had came from the hallway, went to the bathroom, and was starting to come towards the island at my apartment. So then we went and checked the closet. Also too, which I didn't fucking know, and I don't know how I didn't know, but I didn't know. Like, I guess because water was coming up from upstairs, it was like coming down through the walls and whatever else. Because like I said, it was coming through the vents, it was coming through the light fixtures. Oh my God. So we went in the closet, and I was trying to turn the light on to assess the damage in there, and the fuse blew. That was crazy. Could have got freaking electrocuted. Didn't know. And then the carpet was like super soaking wet. Why? Because the light that was in our closet, water was coming through it. It's like all our clothes is getting wet by this water from upstairs. Everything is getting soaked. It's getting soaked. Like, the carpet was like drenched. Like, you know how like you walk through a swimming pool and it make that slishy noise, like swoosh, swoosh. Like, it was making that noise. I was almost like, this can't be happening at fucking 2 o'clock in the morning on a Friday. Way to start the weekend off. So I'm calling maintenance, they're not answering. Upstairs, she's calling maintenance, they're not answering. She called the fire department. First of all, Columbus, Georgia's fire department sucks. I'm not saying that a water heater bursting is their job, but if you're coming all the way out, assist. So when it first came upstairs and talked to her, it was like, they need to teach a class on how to turn off your water heater when it bursts. And then it just left. But before they had even went to her apartment, Me and my wife asked her to come down to ours. He said yes. They did not come. They ended up going upstairs, telling her that. And the lady was saying like they made her feel like shit, something like that. After they said that and whatever else they said to her, and they just left. So then we were still sitting here with water just flowing in this bitch like the Nile River. So my wife ended up going upstairs after they left to see what they said because the lady hadn't came back down yet. She said her apartment was way worse than ours, way worse. At this point, I'm starting to think like the water heater was maybe defective or some shit, or it's just like old, or I don't know. I don't know, but it burst. Because the lady said when she opened the water closet, it was making some type of noise and it burst in her face. But anyways, my wife went upstairs to go ask her. The lady opened her door up. My wife said there was even water at her front door. Like her whole place is like smaller than ours, I guess. And it was just water everywhere, just at the front door, just covered, where she's having to splash through the water to get to the door. And that is just a dangerous situation because you can get electrocuted. It's so many different fucking factors. And we're still waiting on maintenance. It took like an hour or two to get in contact with them. So what my wife did was she went through like our emails and stuff because we have a courtesy officer at our apartment. She went through our emails and stuff. She found his number. She called him. He thankfully ended up calling back. And then I'm wondering, well, my wife said that he said he didn't have the maintenance guy's number, so I guess they both were just rolling at the same time. I don't know. Because after he helped, very shortly after that, the maintenance guy came. It's actually supposed to be two maintenance guys. But the one maintenance guy just didn't answer the phone or just, I don't know, was too busy to come stop a flood, but he didn't come. But the older maintenance guy came after that, and then we still had to keep dumping water. We didn't stop dumping water till like 5 in the morning, and that was because we had to wait for an extraction team. And I don't know if you know what that is, but like basically those people that come with these like big vacuums, and they have like these different things that can extract the water up and stuff from like a van that they had. He also used this other thing that had a handle and a straight, and it's like flat type of thing that also abstracts water out of there. And then he had to spray stuff for like mold and stuff or whatever. Also, too, guys, the ceiling was literally getting creases, like it was getting water lines. Well, now it's creased, but it had like water lines just thickening and going around the ceiling. Like, I was like, this shit's about to fall the fuck. Like, my wife, oh my god, she had to definitely clutch up and be the goat for her. I was like calming me down because I was still calling, doing what I had to do, but I definitely was freaking out. Cause I was like, I don't want our shit to get on. The Peloton bike is over here. That started getting wet. I had to hurry and move that. My desk that is right by the bedroom door is not a fucking cheap desk. It was just stressful as hell. Because we work really hard for our stuff. I'm sure everybody does, but I don't want my shit wrong. This whole thing has just been crazy. I've been having nightmares about it. I've been having just a bunch of different emotions and shit. Like I said, today is Tuesday. That was just Friday morning at 2. So it's been a lot. I've been having every emotion possible. Me and my wife. I've been crying. I've been mad. I've been like the whole experience. And you guys can comment in the comments also if you ever experienced something like that. That is just so crazy to me. Like, it's just this powerless feeling. It's just like this feeling of like you can't do shit, you're helpless, especially because we didn't know what to do. Yeah, the buckets and stuff was helping, but you can't do that forever. And they just were not answering the phones. The shit was crazy. I'm gonna be honest, it was crazy. I feel bad for anybody's apartment that was like fully flooded, because from just our experience, that was very traumatic. It was just crazy. I still, like, now when I get up to go to the bathroom or just get up to go do something, sometimes I'm still checking the floors to like see if it's wet or not. Once we had left to go to the store, not that same day, it was like the next day or something, I did not want to go back home. I don't even want to consider my apartment a home anymore, honestly. I'm ready to fucking move. I am. I'm ready to move. and go to a different place. And I'm heavily considering it because I'm not saying not every apartment can flood or no house can flood, but just the way that it's being handled currently, I'm just not messing with it. I feel like, for one thing, having to call the maintenance that many times for that long, then on top of that, calling fire departments, calling non-police emergency. I forgot to call that non-police emergency number. And just a bunch of other people, and just doing as much research as we could while dealing with an active flood. I just feel like the apartment should have did more, you know? I feel like there was just no urgency. Because even after, when the water and stuff was being sucked up, it's just, you guys are coming and handling it like normal. Like, for instance, here, I think because my apartment's foundation is kind of trash, if it rains super, super bad, the floor in the closet will get wet. We've learned to deal with that. We have a system now where we don't keep anything on the floor of the closet. We keep it hung up, or we keep it folded on the shelf, right, in the closet. That is already a thing. Then by the window, by the bed, it sometimes will get wet. That is a thing. We have a system for that. We don't have a system for the whole apartment flooding. What is that like? Also, too, the fact that there's not any explanation on why it burst like that or anything. Like, is ours gonna burst? Is the next neighbor's gonna burst? Can it still travel to our apartment? Like, just so many different questions, and I just don't feel like they handled it. And I feel like, too, with all the emotions after the flood, like, I just don't really have the energy to be sitting there going back and forth with the maintenance team or going back and forth with the leasing management team at my apartment. So, yeah, me and my wife are just heavily considering moving. I don't know, they're just really shaking, like, you know, like, when you make somewhere your home, it's like you feel safe. That has changed. I don't even feel like this is a home anymore. I feel like this is just somewhere we're laying our head at temporarily, or just, you know, sitting somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't feel the same after that flood. Because I've been in my apartment for a while. I came here in 2020, so it's only about 6 years. About, you know, I think it's going to go in June. Or is it July? I think when it goes in July, it's going to be 6 years. And just this whole experience has just really changed our thoughts and stuff about the apartment. No, for my wife, she's okay with, still staying here. I'm not. So we're going to make a decision that, like, we're both okay with. Like, she's okay with staying here or not staying here. So it's not, you know, we have to stay here. But yeah, I don't know. This whole experience is just crazy. And I would love for anybody else, if your apartment flooded or home flooded, for y'all to tell me in the comments, like, what you did for in the future, just in case something like this happens. Which I'm really hoping not. And just pray for me and my family, because it is so traumatic. I don't know. It's just, I would just have hate to see it if it was like way more water than what it was. The fucking water had burst through the ceiling light because it was so much water in the closet and in the hallway of the apartment. It's just, I don't know. It's just been hard to, like, sit down and record about it. It honestly has been hard to sit down and record about it, get my feelings together, my thoughts together. I don't know, just get myself together. That was such a stressful situation. It's very stressful. Yeah, it was a stressful situation. That I wouldn't wish on anybody. I'm hoping that I don't have another experience like that here while we're still living here before we move. But I think apartments really need to do better as far as flooding. Have better options, better solutions, stuff like that, because I'm still even worried about if it was water coming through the vents and through the walls, can't that make mold? Like, I don't know. Because they had gave us a humidifier. They gave us a huge fan, and that's really about it. They said they wanted to see if everything dried up and stuff by Monday. Yesterday was Monday. I don't know how exactly they'll be able to tell if everything dried up, if they're just looking on the exterior, not the interior. Like, you're not even looking. I don't know if there is a way to do that, but I mean, I feel like they should figure out a way so that it doesn't, like I say, create mold or any other issues potentially, you know? And someone in the comments let me know, like, it does a humidifier dry out the inside of the walls and all that in the vents? Even if it's, because it was a big humidifier. It was no tiny humidifier. It was a huge commercial looking humidifier. Does that dry out the stuff that will be in the walls or what? So yeah, that was how my weekend went. It was very traumatic. It was very stressful. I just couldn't believe it. It was just like, it was so random. Like, it was literally so random. Laying in bed, about to go to sleep at 2 o'clock in the morning, and just water's just rushing in. Yeah. Now, don't laugh at me. Now, my grandma's a Jehovah's Witness, and she's always raised me to let me know, like, Armageddon is coming. You need to have a good relationship with Jehovah, and you need to make sure that by the end of things, because the world will end, and we'll have Armageddon, and he will be having his judgment on people who he's going to have, and what did she say it was called? In a new order. In a new order. I thought it was fucking Armageddon. I'm not lying to you. I'm not trying to be funny or get clicks or anything. I literally thought it was Armageddon the way the water was coming in here. I didn't have no kids yet. I haven't traveled the world yet. I haven't did half of the shit on my bucket list. And I'm about to fucking die at 26. So, thankfully it wasn't Armageddon, but it definitely was scary. I mean, I was so traumatized after. I had to call her for a Bible scripture and some, what's it called? Like a Bible scripture and some words of encouragement. It was getting to be real bad. My wife handles stuff more internally, but we definitely have been having like conversations to help each other get through this since we experienced it together. But I ain't gonna lie, this shit was just wild. It was wild. Guys, I would love for you guys to pray for us while we get through this, while we try to get over this hurdle. Because it was definitely a scary time. And I just want to move on. I want to move on. I want to focus on finding a new apartment, saving, and getting out of Dodge. I appreciate you guys for watching my video. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out my Instagram page, Age of Avian. My business Instagram page, Wolvesnbutterflies. And also check out my website. I sell hoodies. This is my Afterlife Duality hoodie. Very appropriate for this video. I thought I was gonna die. No, I'm sorry. I didn't think I was gonna die, but I thought it was gonna be way worse. But anyways, yeah, this is my latest hoodie if y'all like to check it out. My site is www.wolvesnbutterflies.com. But all that will be in the description down below. But the situation is all over the place. My feelings is all over the place. My mood and it's just all over. Prepared and not prepared and caught off guard. Because being caught off guard is so damn stressful.